Hello, welcome. I'll upgrade to Reason 14 next month, so or well in like 2 weeks. And I'll see. Maybe I'll just turn my stream into a music stream at this point. I think I'm talking about privates. I guess I could play Need for Speed again. Do I even have it installed? I don't think I do. Well, I still have Jack X. It's just nice playing a racing game while listening to music, you know? And so basically at a point where I don't even want to play the game. I just hop on because why not?
Excelente.
Well, there are games to play, but not games that are necessarily good for the stream.
So many to shoot, so little time.
Is it two? Because they're not usually the games I stream.
They're down. You got off easy.
Good one, guys. Good one. Good one. Right over here.
Got you, pendejo.
That's been calling out. That's crazy.
I shut you down. Need my help, eh? Get up. That one down. You finish them off. How does it feel?
It's like, yeah, sure, I can play League of Legends, Dota, Battlefield Middle Earth, etc. But those are games that literally nobody that watches me has like ever played. Like they're very, very niche games for a certain audience. Like racing games, sure, but racing games I just put on music and I just play them on autopilot, like pun intended. But Uncharted is just like a game that's easy, that's good to stream because it's pretty engaging. Anyone can watch it and understand what's happening. Yeah, but I don't want to stream those.
Get your asses over here. We can't go in la leche. I'm grateful.
Like I can play those whenever. I don't have to stream.
I'm a hunter, and you're all in season.
This man is a mine.
Hey, tabarnak de petite crise de manette de cul.
Why is he so mad? Well, if there was a new RTS game, maybe, but like Battlefield Earth is very old. Like the final is probably like the only other game I consistently stream.
I know what I'm doing.
But it's like I like Ark as well, but it's also like not a game necessarily like great to stream.
I'm up. Thank you.
Because like at the end of the day, I'm a PvP player, so it's like that's kind of what I want to stream. What? And die? What? Okay, I thought he survived that. I swear to God, if he survived that grenade and like a full burst to the head, I don't know.
Funny, huh? You shot me with a fucking Mazor, I couldn't see all in your eyes. Too far, huh? How can you fucking shoot me if I only see your eyes? Tell me that.
I'm down, bro.
Better stay down.
I wish there was a rope here. It's really annoying that there isn't. You could do so many plays with a rope there.
Hey, that was my target. Entries are free. Take this.
I can throw my grenade! What the fuck? Happy Friday, Dagger.
Raptor, don't waste it, dude. Come on. There's nobody there.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, that's really close though. That's really close. Okay.
Can't take much more of this. God damn it, I'm down. Someone help me up.
It's been a long time since I've done Skynades, but they're kind of fun. But hold the button!
Get over here.
Oh my. Okay.
Gracias, mi amigo.
Only I have the worst HS in the game.
Devious vista. Die like a dog. One down. You know what helps me? You'll regret it.
It's Harbinger time.
Do not second guess me. The match is still close.
My sensitivity's so slow. I love how he went like there's nobody there. Okay, I'm aiming into the sky for that.
Here. Not too much for you.
It's really satisfying using the Harbinger though.
You have my gratitude.
So I kind of want weapons expert with 35-33. We win. Let's go. At least it wasn't one of the like the negative ones. Ugh. I mean, I should probably just get a Harbinger class with weapons expert. Because for some reason I don't have an Harbinger class. I mean, I don't know why I say for no reason. It's kind of shit, but it's fun to use. I never really used this class, I noticed. Like, I have so many classes, but things I never use, really. But Harbinger Sniper is fun, at least. Maybe I'll just use this, like, it's a decent secondary. That's like, it's a solo secondary. I'm not sure what's the best. I mean, probably the Raffica, but I don't want to use the Raffica. The aggro wall, maybe. Yeah. But at least when I do want them, at least I have them. I don't think I really need hardened. Mark on damage is fine, I think. Yeah, but I go with stealth. Why not? Oh yeah, I got a message from what's his name. Where's Rage? Where's Rage? Censored. I guess that'll do.
When I find a partner I like, I hang on to them.
Sold. I wish arguably to have a couple loadouts. Yeah, I have a loadout concept for the game. Basically allows you to select every item that you want, that it would automatically craft it or put it in place for you, so you can just click immediately if you like want to load it. So you can literally make a loadout where everything is set, and then you just click it and it equips everything that you want. So for example, let's say you want 5 herbal bandages, 5 shield recharges, and 5 like whatever, like what do you call them, like adrenaline shots, level 2 armor and survivor augment, and like 20 light bullets and a Beretta, whatever. You can just click on that and it will make it or put it there, and anything else you can just put there automatically or by yourself. Like, it would be just fine. I don't understand why they haven't made a loadout system. Like, everyone is trying to make like a super complex loadout system. Like, it doesn't have to be. It could be very simple. Well, not a concept. It's in my concept. It's part of it.
Knock them down.
Is he trying to shoot the thing? Yeah, it was.
Enjoy your last breath.
Because they literally just added this system that allows you to craft things, or it doesn't automatically. Like, I don't know why they haven't done it. Like, in the system they have right now, like, you can check which items you can, like, dismantle to get what you need. But, like, it doesn't do it automatically, I think. So it's like, if you have the resources to craft the loadout, then we just do it. So realistically, all I would probably do, I would just make a loadout specifically for... Well, I mean, yeah, but they're not extraction shooters. I think Advanced Warfare is the best system. The Pick 13 system, I think, is the best one. And I really liked that you could upgrade score streaks in that game, too. It was so fun. Like, Advanced Warfare had a lot of, like, good decisions. But yeah, basically, so, like, if you don't want to make a full loadout every time, I mean, just have your loadout 1, for example. It has... Loadout 1, for example, it has like a survivor augment and a level 2 shield. Well, that's all you put in that loadout, so that it will automatically equip that, right? Like 5 herbal bandages and shield recharges. So you just put those fully of like a full weapon or anything. It'd be very easy to make a decent system. Like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things it can do.
Time to crawl. How's going? I find your suffering highly amusing.
Oh my god.
I'm not just some skinny cat. Die like a dog. Game is up for you.
I only got a KO for that? Team sucks. Good light there.
So little imagination.
The annoying thing with the Harbinger is that it shoots... It can't zoom in. Common marking is so overpowered, it's insane.
And die.
Now, this is why I don't really use it, because it's cheap. Like, you're having a 10-second marking on someone that deals damage to you is absolutely insane.
Oh shit!
At least I got fluffy pants.
They're on the ground. Farewell, pendejo.
There's a lot of people trying to like make an arc raiders loadout system like a Call of Duty or like Battle Royale system, and it's like, why? Just make it like in vain of the actual game. It doesn't have to be complex. It doesn't have to be developed, like super developed. Like, just a little bit of effort would be nice, you know, and the PvP aspect of the game. Because that's kind of why I'm considering playing Marathon, is because Marathon has like more PvE elements. Because of the fact that Arc Raiders, like, this is something that may be controversial, but the thing is with Arc Raiders, it's a PvE game, right? So for a lot of the people playing the game, it doesn't attract PvP players. It doesn't attract people like me generally, right? The reason I like that game is because I'm a niche audience of people that prefer immersive, realistic games that feel good. I like a lot of variety, you know. But for a lot of people that are strictly PvP players, a game like Arc Raiders may not be super attractive, right? Like, you see a lot of the Uncharted players kind of play it, but they're PvP players, so they don't play it for, like, that aspect. And I obviously have a little bit of a more nuanced brain than the average Call of Duty player. So, well, Call of Duty and Uncharted player. So for me, like, I don't mind playing Arc Raiders, like, you know, chill, just have fun. Just, like, do the PvE aspects of it, I don't mind that. But because of the fact that I'm a PvE player, I kind of want like some more PvP-centered aspects to it. And because of the fact Arc Raiders doesn't really have any PvP-centered aspect, it means that the people that play PvE in Arc Raiders tend to be very scummy. They tend to be manipulative rats and stuff like that. I don't have an issue with rats. I have an issue with people that pretend to be friendly and then shoot you in the back. Or people that are straight up suspicious. But because the PvP players, they just want to shoot people, right? Like, they're not generally that manipulative. They just play the game. But because it's a PvE game, the PvP aspect that it's developed, that the PvP aspect, or the PvP meta in Arc Raiders just becomes very, very ratty, very campy, very manipulative, because it's not a game designed for PvP. So it's kind of like, as the game goes on, it becomes blatantly obvious that most of the time you'll die in Arc Raiders because you get shot in the back or because you trust someone you shouldn't, right? And that's nice and all. That's part of the game, of course. But, like, I kind of wish there was a PvP mode that at least you can, like, you know, consistently play if you wanted to engage with it. Like, obviously they have the finals. And what annoys me about the finals is the fact that the cosmetic system is so much better. Because of the fact, like, Arc Raiders is a third-person game, right? So it makes more sense to have a very well-developed cosmetic system. The finals, I think, has the best cosmetic system that's ever been in a game. And the Arc Raiders has one of the worst ones, so it's like really strange because I feel like I would prefer the PvE game to have the good cosmetic options and the PvP game to have the lesser ones, right? So it's like there's decisions regarding like Arc Raiders and the finals that simply does not make much sense. But it's like, yeah, it's good if you can play that. Yeah, I mean, I love the PvE aspect of Ark. That's something I kind of want to play it. But the thing is, I also want to play PvP occasionally. And most of the PvP you get in the game is just someone extract camping or shooting you in the back. And the time to kill an Arc Raid is just too fast. Like, two headshots from a Renegade or an Anvil or Pharaoh is going to kill you even with level 3 armor. Like, it's 2 headshots by a Renegade, it shoots like a fucking DC revolver. So it's like, like a lot of the guns in the game are also like really overpowered, or the time to kill kind of sucks. So it's kind of like, it doesn't play that well for PvP. So even though I really love Arc Raiders, I don't think it's like super well suited for PvP aspects. So, yeah, exactly. But yeah, exactly. As I say, like the game is a PvE game, and the finals and marathon are PvP games, right? So the audience that want to play PvP, well, they play marathon or finals. The people that want to play PvE play that. The people that are manipulative, just lie to people, manipulate people, shoot people in the back, whatever. They'll be playing Arc Raiders. They're not going to play the finals, right? Because a PvE game tends to incent, like that's an issue with extraction shooters. Like you remember before Arc Raiders came out, I said this about extraction shooters. Like the reason I don't like extraction shooters because the meta that always develops is that people get the most overpowered stuff and they play in the most cheap, easy way, right? Like just like people use Krivosky and ARX in Uncharted, you're gonna get a lot of people doing similar stuff in extraction shooters. And so as I said, when Arc Raiders develops a meta, I said when it came out, I probably loved this game for 3 months, I think. But then after that, when the PvP meta starts forming, Embark got to stay on top of that. They got to make sure that they ban cheaters. They got to make sure that they balance out the weapons. They got to make sure that they make better decisions for the game. But a lot of decisions that they made in the past 2 months have created more bugs, more glitches. Like even pet peeves, like the UI changes, like the UI color changes, like a lot of it looks bad. And as I said too, I complain a lot about Ark getting stuck in walls. I think it's fixed now, but that wasn't an issue on release, right? So like the game is struggling with a lot of like very basic fundamentals, and the servers are still kind of ass. So even though the core game is really good, how they're handling it post release, especially as they're nerfing a bunch of loot value and shit like that, they nerf the wolf packs, the trail bases, etc. Like it's create this kind of like power creep where like a lot of the things get worse, which means that there's a less of an incentive to it. Because obviously, for me to get a lot of money, initially I kill a lot of Ark. You get a lot of money from selling their cells, but then they nerf the value from selling their cells, right? And then I went for the selling the energy ammo, and then they nerfed that as well. So now there's really no effective way to get ammo, or no effective way to get more than others. Like, now the best way to get a lot of money is just go to Stellamontes, loot a bunch of containers for 5 minutes and extract. Like, there's absolutely no reason to fight Ark for money, and there's absolutely no reason to do anything else. So they put you in a position where you have to specifically just do... Everything ends up being in the same place, right? Everything becomes... There's nothing that stands out, that's better or worse. Everything ends up being a little bit lukewarm. Like, if you look at Call of Duty nowadays, like, every gun basically feels the same. Because that's the only way they can keep these guns relevant, right? So it removes a lot of the fun aspect of the game when they keep nerfing a lot of the things that stand out. Because fighting Ark should be the best way to get money, right? Fighting like Bastions, Bombardiers, that should be the best way to get money. Currently, it isn't. The best way to get money, like, you get the same... Like, you can go on Stellamontes and Assembly. You can loot 10 containers, and you have 100,000. You kill like 3 Bombardiers and Bastions, you come out with like 90,000. It used to be 150,000 for that, you know? So it's like there's a lot of post-launch decisions that I don't really agree with. That is like kind of putting me in a position where I'm not super keen on like I want to play it when the new update comes out. But as I said, I hate the red color that they changed like health. When you have low health, for example, they changed that from being a little bit like orange to full on like saturated red, and it looks fucking terrible. Like, it's a pet peeve. It's just a little color, but they didn't have to be changed to begin with. The same thing when you look at like Scrappy. You remember initially when you just go there and click X immediately and you could just like claim everything? Well, they changed that too. They changed the menu for Scrappy. They made all the icons smaller and you had to go to a different tab to claim. It's like they're doing shit like that is completely fucking irrelevant to the actual game itself. Right? So the things like that I don't really agree with. So I love the game, and you know I do because I played it probably more than most people. But Embark needs to sort this shit out. Like, get the game in order, balance it out. Because right now, I like content, sure. And we're gonna get a new map next week. But I think after that, they need to focus like 2-3 months on just balancing out the game and sorting these bugs and glitches. And not making redundant changes. Like, not nerf a bunch of more loot value and shit like that. And so that's kind of the thing. It's like, I feel like when Ark Raiders launched, it was basically fucking perfect. There was like barely any bugs and glitches. But when they came out with the more updates, like Cold Snap, that created that issue when you couldn't open doors and shit like that. Like, things like that shouldn't be happening, I feel like. When you can glitch into walls and stuff, and you still can. So, we'll see what they do with it. But in the current state, I'm just a little bit annoyed by the decisions that they're making. And I've been annoyed with this for a couple months now as well. So, and I want to play the finals as well. Like, I really like the finals. But I said, like, it stutters a lot on my computer, so it's hard to play.
Oh, that probably hurt. You had a bad day. Going out. That's a down.
My wife, right? Yeah, but the thing is, I don't dislike the PvP in Ark Raiders. I like the PvP. I think it's great. It's just not super well balanced, and it's not incentivized by any way. And the thing is, if they incentivize it too much as well, it means that people are gonna be doing it too much. Like, I think the way the game is set up, it's kind of like set up in a good balance between them. But the longer the game goes on, the more metas and exploits the rat players are gonna find. So the point that PvE players are just gonna have to be on their edge for probably glitches and exploits and advantages. So it's like, it would, like, There's some people that play the game that only want PvP, and there's people that play the game that only want PvE. Like, I don't know, man. Like, should they make like a battle royale-ish that's only PvP centered? Like, I feel like that would kind of kill the identity of Arc Raiders too. So it's kind of like what do they actually do right now? Because like I think a game mode, like arena game mode or something, like in lore would make sense. Let's say, for example, you have 3 versus 3, or maybe you have 3 versus 3 versus 3 versus 3, like 12 raiders in a match. Like they could do the same thing that they're doing with the finals. I think that could work. Like let's say, for example, like later down the line, like all the raiders, for example, are like there's some arena, some mercenaries. They just want to prove themselves to other raiders, right? Because obviously that would make sense in the universe. It would be like fucking Mad Max. So I think some of that could be fun. It makes sense. Like maybe not a battle royale, but at least like maybe like an arena like Apex. Like I think it would be fun. I think an economy system would be pretty fun there as well. Like imagine like a mini mode that's like, as I said, it's 4 teams of 3. You have an economy system where you can buy like a level 1 Stitcher, or you can buy like an Animal at level 2, or like a Renegade at level 1. Like it could be nice, I think. Like imagine having that. Like you'd have like certain different classes would have like different things. Maybe not classes, but at least like different weapons on economy system. I think would be nice. Like I think it would be nice if they tried stuff like that. They don't have to like ruin the identity of the game. They don't have to make a battle royale, but they could make something kind of fun, I think. Be a little bit experimental with the PvP aspect. Just make it like a little side mode, you know? That guy's gonna rage quit after that. Hello, Frederick. Hello, Reddy. So it's like, yeah, they could definitely do something that would also make sense within the lore of the game. Why are you asking me what I do for a living? Like, out of nowhere. You know what I mean? What the fuck? That's hilarious. So it's like, we have this position right now where I think they could do so much with Arc Raiders, and I know that they have plans to do it, you know, and they're doing so much with the finals. Like I really respect Embark, what they're doing right now. Like they're very competent, and they're providing a lot of content, you know. And I think the finals is such a like some of the changes they make in the finals. I don't agree with either. But it's still like a terrific game. Like both Arc Raiders and the finals are terrific games. Just like at the end of the day, like I would gladly just like suck it up and be like, yeah, you know, these games are amazing, because they are.
Extra points for style.
Dr. Townser is running into every grenade in the map. They could let us choose each option PvE on PvP or PvE only. Yeah, but like it's kind of like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want them to like really give you the ability to do something like that. Like I think like if they want to do the ability to play PvP or PvE, they need to be very explicitly different experiences, because you do not want the PvP and the PvE to be in the same matches realistically, right? So it's like, yeah, sure. Like now I'm talking about PvE. Now I'm talking about fighting Arc and doing like quests and stuff, right? Like you don't generally want to have those for the PvP. Like let's say you're queuing up for PvP. Like their maps are designed for the PvE elements, right? Meaning that I'm not a huge fan of them like trying to like allow you to select lobbies like that, because obviously people just select the PvE lobby and do PvP in it, right? And if they took away the ability to deal damage in a PvE lobby, I think they wouldn't be that fun. Because a lot of that stuff makes Arc Raiders fun is the fact that you may get shot even in a PvE lobby. It's what adds that nice level of stress, that's nice level of feeling. Because if you know you can't get killed, well, you lose all of that stakes and then like, you know. Because that's kind of the thing. Like for me, it's like, yeah, when I initially played and I really liked the game, you know, like when I initially played it, and I mean I still really liked the game. Like when I would do, like I didn't mind like having the potential of being killed. I thought it was really good. It had a lot of like actual intensity to the game. But now when I kind of just hop on to do my trials and I get shot in the back after 29 minutes to do my trials, yeah, it's frustrating. But at the same time, I understand that that's the reason that will keep me like playing the game as well. So having a little different mode that could function as like a little arena 3v3v3v3 with an economy system as a little flare on top, I think that would be nice. Like, you shouldn't have to choose between, like, a steak dinner or a pasta bolognese. It should be, like, a steak dinner with, like, some garlic butter on top, you know? That's what it should be. And to some extent, I think Apex did a really good job at Arena. The thing is, a lot of people hated Arena, but I really liked that shit. Thought it was good. But I think the implementation could probably work a little bit better in a game like Ark. Die? Hello?
How about a thank you? I backed you up.
Bro, I suck. I suck with this gun. Holy shit. Bro! No! Oh my god. Got PvE play the supply run. Yeah. Yeah, I am an OnlyFans model. Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things with the quest as well, they're kind of boring. Like, I looked at a lot of people playing Marathon, and the quests look a lot better in Marathon. Like, they're more interactive, and they unlock, like, special content and stuff. Like, it's kind of nice, you know, and they have different factions that you can unlock things with. Like, I think the Marathon probably does that a little bit better, and I think Marathon has a little bit of more of PvP elements, but the PvE in Marathon sucks donkey anus. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't want to play that game just because I feel like it's just too much PvP. Like, that game is a PvP with PvE elements. Arc Raiders is a PvE game with PvP elements, right? I think that makes the game feel a lot better in the modern era. Because like battle royales and PvP extraction shooters, like Arc Raiders broke new ground because it is the first actual extraction shooter that isn't heavily PvP centered. And they put a lot of effort into the immersion, into the graphics, into the aesthetics to make sure that they sold this game on a very strong premise. So it needs to maintain the PvE focus, but I want some more modes to it, like some little bit more flair. Like, you know, like maybe when Speranza becomes its own hub, like, I don't know, maybe you can challenge other players in it. I don't know. Like, you remember when they used to have pubs for like Destiny and other games back in the day? Like, it'd be nice if they could do something like that again. Like, it would be nice being able to experience Speranza, you know, experience the culture. Like, you can walk around in the town square, you can go in and visit all the shops. Something like that would be really fun. Like, the game needs more immersive aspect to it than it. You should be able to decorate your own room. You should be able to walk around in your own room. Like, I think Arc Raiders could be an absolutely terrific game if they start, like, actually developing more of the core immersion, of the core social aspects. Because it would be nice just meeting people. Like, imagine there's, like, let's say there's, like, fucking, I don't know, 20 people just walking around Speranza. You can talk with anyone, you know? Like, just actually introduce some social aspects regarding it, you know? Like, you can have a trading system within the game. They already have an official trading system, but it's in the Discord. Like, they could do it in-game as well. Like, Warframe does that. Like, I think it could work really well. They just need to put in the effort, you know? Yeah, that as well. Like, you should be able to put a bunch of fucking rubber ducks if you want. Literally everything you pick up that's like a decorative item, and they could introduce like a fucking, I don't know, like having a radio. Let's say you have a radio in there and you have all these different mixtapes. Why do you can just put them in the fucking radio, the tape recorder, whatever the fucking it is. Like a fucking vinyl, I don't care. Like, it'd be cool, you know, having stuff like that. Like, you can just sit in your room, you can decorate it, you can listen to the music of the game, you know. The way she looks at you, though, yeah, I know, with her eyebrows. And also, as I said with the quest, like, yeah, there's like 100 quests, and they all just go here, click square. That's it. That's every mission. And only like 10 of them actually have worthwhile rewards, and they're usually so minuscule. The only thing you actually want is a Hullcracker blueprint. Everything else is kind of garbage. Basically, imagine, yeah, exactly. Like, imagine if you have like a proper, like, actual trading system. Obviously, I'm saying, like, obviously at that point it has to be very well integrated, because at some point people are just gonna be selling things. But like, let's say you can only do it within game money. People are always gonna be doing it for money, no matter what you do, of course. But you don't need to encourage that. Like, I know how the trading sites work, and I know the Discord itself has an official trading site. But there's people out there that are literally paying like fucking hundreds of dollars for blueprints. I can guarantee I could sell you my account with every blueprint for like 5,000 bucks if I found someone. I'm not gonna do that because, well, that's scummy, and I'm. But we'll see, you know. I like I said, I have a lot of ideas for stuff they could do with the game. Like they also need like weapon cosmetics, I think. Like they could do something like, you know, they could do something like Space Marines does. Like just allow you to customize a lot of different things, you know, like mix and match outfits, change different colors, having different ways to like. I think also, you know, the system that they use in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I think that one is really good as well. That'll be really fun. Like I want the game to just have more immersive aspects, you know. Because like in terms of like graphical fidelity and everything, the game is pretty much like top notch. Sure, it's a little bit janky and wonky with like animation work and gunplay, but it's still good. Like it would be nice if you could like literally customize your weapons like manually, like a Last of Us is aspected in your room and shit. Because you have the gunsmith, which is literally just like a bench. Like I think the only thing that can make a game better like this better is by like just introducing like Last of Us immersion mechanics. Because whether or not you like Last of Us or not, it doesn't fucking matter. Like Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us 2 has some probably of the best immersive mechanics to weapon upgrades and to these sides. But I wish like those games obviously aren't like open world or extraction shooters. But like realistically, look at Last of Us 2. That game could have been the multiplayer in that game could have easily been an extraction shooter, and it probably would have been one of the best ones too. Like Arc Raiders is basically what Last of Us 2 factions or Last of Us 2 Online could have been, right? But even better. So, like in a lot of ways, Arc Raiders is much better. But in some ways, I think like I would love The Last of Us 2 like immersion mechanics. Because that's the thing. Like if they let's say they have like a mix like a Jedi like space Star Wars like a Jedi Survivor with like Space Marines with Last of Us 2 which Arc Raiders, like mixing all those immersion mechanics. Like yeah, I'll be spending all day in the fucking room just customizing weapons and outfits. Because like yeah, I'm a player that I'm a sucker for cosmetics generally. And a lot of people are, even if they want to admit it or not. But they should also have gameplay aspects, you know? So it really sucks that like a lot of these things didn't happen. But if I get to make a game at some point or another, like, you know, I'll be incorporating all the immersion mechanics of these. Because generally, a lot of my concepts or ideas for games come from existing games and just like doing things with them. Because I mean, I'm a big fan of a lot of these games. Like, there's a reason I have like Warzone concepts, Blackout 2 concepts, Battlefield 6 concepts. Well, not that the one that came out, but before it came out. Like Uncharted Battle Royale, Uncharted Revival Update. I just like a lot of these games. I think they are like have such a very strong, very good fundamental base. There's just very few of those games that actually reach that potential. Like Uncharted is one of them. And I think Arc Raiders has the potential to get to that point, you know? 100%. We just need them to make sure that they get there. Yeah, I mean, it's like Naughty Dog, like, sure, I don't think Naughty Dog has good enough, like, competent developers at this point to even make, like, a proper... Okay, he's just meant to build it. To even make a proper multiplayer, of course. And I don't think we'll ever get it again. But, like, realistically, if you had proper management for Naughty Dog, well, they could have taken over both the extraction and the fucking immersive PvP experience. And they could have literally had the best third-person shooter with this game, ever. There's so much they could have done, you know? They did none of it. But like I said, like Uncharted 4 could easily be the best third-person shooter game ever made. And I would say fundamentally it is. But in terms of actual content, updates, bug fixes, glitches, like all of this, like replayability, the only thing that keeps this game being replayed is the fact that it feels so fucking good to play. That's it. But it feels so good. So it's like, it kind of takes itself out. Like, we're not playing this game to unlock cosmetics and new content, move up the leaderboards. Like, we're just playing this game because it feels good to play. Like, that's a testament to how fucking well made this game is. So if this game actually got proper content, well, it would have easily been the best third-person game probably ever made. Easily. And if they made Last of Us 2 online and maybe provide a battle royale or like a co-op or anything of that game, it would have easily been probably the second best third-person shooting game ever made. Like, Naughty Dog has such an incredibly strong development team when it comes to the technical development. The animation work, the gunplay, the movement, like, everything is absolutely perfect. There are a little bit bugs here and there, you know, but this game is not really breakable. Like, there's a reason that the only glitches we ever really saw in this game effectively was the speed glitch and the map glitch. And those are pretty much issues in every game because they're basically collision based. But they are only in very particular locations. You can't even do it anywhere. So we're kind of lucky that this game is so well made that you can't really break it. Like, shoulder swapping maybe, like shoulder swap canceling, but it's still not that bad. So it's like we have so much in the fundamental baseline. It's just the fact that like Neil Druckmann and the assholes just don't want to provide like an actual updated game for the players. It's like they're completely wasting some of the best design, asset work, and technical work in video game history for nothing. Literally is sitting on a gold mine for both Uncharted and Last of Us, and they're not doing anything with it. They could have literally relaunched Factions 1 with Last of Us 1 remake, and it would have been absolutely fucking amazing. But they didn't do that. They already have everything set out for them, and they still don't do it. Not like a bunch of fucking retards. No offense to retards. I'm playing for my family's bloodline. Yeah, well. It's like whenever I play these games, it's like whenever I play Battlefield 6, I'm like, yeah, this game could have been so much better. When I play Blackout, I'm like, yeah, this could have been so much better. Or, well, Warzone. When I play Warzone, I'm like, yeah, this could be so much better. When I play Ark Raiders, like, this game could be a little bit better. I play Uncharted 4, this game could be so much better. Last of Us 2 could be so much better. Just if they had proper fucking game directors that fucking saw the fucking success and goldmine that they're sitting on. Like, they're not sitting on dog shit here. They're sitting on actual gold. Like, it's like, yeah, if they have proper game directors and lead designers for their games, well, we probably would be in a very good spot right now. And honestly, if Robert Cogburn didn't, you know, sexually harass people or whatever fuck he did, even though I don't think it ever led to any actual conviction, so who knows? But if he didn't resign, I'm sure Last of Us 2 multiplayer would have happened. Uncharted 4 would have been updated. Like, realistically, there's a timeline out there where Robert Cogburn wasn't sexually harassing people, and he has actually managed to make sure the Last of Us Online happened and fix the speed glitch and shit. Because a lot of people, as you know, like even Jar makes fun of the thing that they made a poll about asking if they wanted ranked TDM or King of the Hill. And I think ranked TDM won by like 12% or something. And then they just abandoned the game after that point. And it's all because Robert Cogburn like resigned around that time. That's it. Or at least was going to. So like there's people that in Uncharted 3, for example, people were sending Robert Cogburn death threats and telling him to kill himself every time they updated the game, whatever. Because people are insane on the internet. But he's still the only reason we got Uncharted 3 multiplayer. Probably he's the only reason we got Uncharted 2, Last of Us, and Uncharted 4 multiplayer. So no matter how much you want to shit on Robert Cogburn, he's still the only reason this game even exists. It's a real shame that he couldn't keep his hands to himself and end up getting fired. But then again, 70% of the company either got fired or left, so who the fuck knows if he got fired for legitimate reasons or not. So it's like you put it in a very like sticky situation, you know. It's just like one of the issues that people on the internet is like insane. So yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like Cogburn was very actively involved with the development process. Like he was probably the only one pushing it. Like, sure, they had bad decisions in some of them, but I don't even think Robert Cogburn was responsible for them. There's only one thing all the multiplayers have in common, it's Robert fucking Cogburn. But then we know people like Scott Lowe take full credit for introducing psychics and shit. I don't even think it. I think Robert Carburn would probably single-handedly be the one responsible for all the good things we ever got in these games. What? There's no indication whatsoever that he's the one that's making the bad one. They didn't fuck blog videos. Like, that's what I wanted to do for Uncharted Reloaded. I wanted to be in charge of the gameplay balance and like make blog videos or like dev videos, whatever, where we talked about things that we could do, whatever. But then Vampire was like, oh yeah, I want to be in control of everything. And if you don't agree with me, I'm just going to ban you. It's like, okay. Like, unlucky, I guess. And he doesn't even play the games. So he has the worst opinions known to man. And of course, he's the one that's in charge, right? That's the biggest fucking problem. Like, you have really competent people that could be in very good positions that simply aren't there because you got another fucking narcissist in charge that thinks that they know everything and are the best at everything. Like, I know I'm not the best at everything. That's why I would consult with other people. That's why I would have the fucking dev blogs and the whatever the fuck it could be so we could communicate with the community and other fucking developers. So we can actually have a dialogue between the community and the game. Not just vampires sitting at the top telling people what needs to be done with no input from anyone else. Like a fucking idiot. He's not the one that should be in charge of it. He has no reason to be there. It's the same Uncharted Reloaded is literally the same exact situation that fucking Neil Druckmann is in with Naughty Dog. That's it. And it's obvious that fucking Vampire loves Neil Druckmann. Because, like, he's the fucking inspiration for how he runs this shit. That he uses all the feedback. Yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Like, I remember a lot of QA developers just say, like, stating literally that Neil Druckmann did not like the multiplayer community, and he didn't like the multiplayer being part of the game. And that people like Q-Train and Scott Lowe just, like, only wanted their own things into the game. Like, obviously, when Q-Train wanted to put the fucking Vixen skin in the game for a fucking e-girl streamer that we never ever saw playing the game. It's like, it's clear that Robert Carburn is not the problem, probably ever, when it comes to Naughty Dog's multiplayer development. And when he fired, everything went down. That's it. That's like what we know. And the thing is, like, as I said, like, I think the entire fucking multiplayer QA team was fired, like, when Uncharted 4 released, like, a couple of years, like a couple months afterward. So when people talked about, like, Factions 2, like, I always had a suspicion that Factions 2 was never going to happen even back then. Because why the fuck would they lay off the entire QA team? Uncharted 4 and Last of Us 1 aren't super different in a lot of mechanics. So why the fuck will Last of Us 2 be different? So the fact that they laid off pretty much every QA staff is really fucking big of a red flag. Like, at the end of the day, like, we need people that are competent in positions of actual management and leadership position, because we're severely lacking that in the modern era. The best leaders are people that don't want to be leaders, but unfortunately, that means that they're probably not going to be in positions of power anyways. Like, we need a fucking Aragorn of the video game industry, you know? But in the real world, generally, you know, like, having a royal lineage doesn't really matter that much. So it's like, it's kind of, well, I mean, it matters, sure, but not in the sense that you have the right to, you know, become the rightful ruler of Middle Earth. Like, it's nothing like that. But that's the thing. Like, what we need right now, as I said, we need good management, good leadership, people that are in position of power that should be there. Because right now we're sorely missing that. And the reason I joined Uncharted Reloaded is because I thought that was going to happen, but unfortunately that's not what happened, so. So that's the thing, like, there's very few things right now that are, and because of the fact that you need, like, a person with the right attitude, you need a person that is consumer-oriented. You need a person that actually cares about the community and the product that they're producing. Like, if you, like look at historically, look at when, you know, fucking Microsoft launched Excel and Outlook and all this shit like fucking 20, 30 years ago. Amazing. When Google first launched fucking Google, it's by even today, it's the best search engine. It always has been. Bing, garbage. Safari, garbage. Like, the only reason that these are the good is because the people that actually were in charge of making sure that Google and, like, Excel happened were people that actually fucking knew what it was supposed to be used for. Consumers. It's up to us. It's not supposed to make you money. It's supposed to actually provide good fucking content and features for the consumer. Like, I wouldn't drink a soda that tastes like shit, would I? If I can choose between a soda that tastes like ass and a soda that tastes like lemon, I'll probably choose the lemon soda. But in the modern day, they're like, oh yeah, let's sell them shit with a little bit of a lemon flavor. And maybe we can force them to spend a subscription fee or whatever. Like in the modern era, the worst people are just in charge of everything. So it's like, yeah, at some point that's gonna change, sure. And I thought it would with, like, for at least me personally, Uncharted Reloaded. But then, of course, my philosophy turns out to be right every time. That the people that seek power never ever should be having power. Ever. It's not necessarily my philosophy specifically, but... So it's like, now, I'm in a position where, like, yeah, I want to do things for the community. Like, that's the thing. The only reason I will ever want to be involved with any product is for the fucking consumers. Because you know why? I am a fucking consumer. I'm not a CEO trying to make as much money as humanly possible and control other people. No. I want to produce better things for things that people love. If you love a game, that game should be fucking allowed to be played. You should be allowed to play that game forever. That game should be consistently updated, not fucking be broken. Like, look at Call of Duty. If you play Call of Duty 4 now, you're gonna get your PC hacked and put on the fucking dark web. And you still have to spend $70 buying a fucking 20-year-old Call of Duty game. Like, Activision are fucking scum. And they know this, too. They know that their games are completely fucking broken and hacked. They know this. But they don't give a fuck about the consumer, ever. Like... Like, for me, it's never about myself, ever. It's never about what I want. It's because I know what the people fucking want. Like, that's what I'm advocating for. Because the games that I'm talking about, or mechanics from games that I'm talking about, have been widely successful and people have fucking liked them. It's like, would anyone on Uncharted 4 complain if you introduced, like, Marco Polo and Genghis Khan and the negative boosters in the Uncharted 2 level system? Like, would anyone complain about that, realistically? You can be saying, oh, Raptor, he wants a game to be his way. Like, who the fuck wouldn't want that? Everyone loved that shit in Uncharted 2. Why the fuck wouldn't they love it now? Like, if you're one of these people that think that I want the games to be how I want them to be, you're a fucking retard. Like, I want them to be the best version of themselves that they could be based on the experience and the things that people loved within the fucking franchise. Because I played them all. At the end of the day, I'm always standing with the little guy. I'm always going to stand with the fucking consumers. Even if the fucking little guy is fucking fire style, I'll still stand up against Vampire for them. I don't give a shit. Like, my principle is incredibly consistent. It will never change. Like, it's just... Fortunately, I have very rigid values in the modern world, but... I don't think I've seen Pubstar once.
How about you take a nap? Not gonna make it.
Yeah. Have I even used the Masseur in this match? I kind of forget that I even have it. What? How are you not dead? Okay, my gun isn't shooting.
Bringing on the heartbreak here, kids. Kitty got wet.
No, because people use speed glitch in King of the Hill. Get off the ledge! Oh my god, the RPG.
Catch this!
No, keep it! Yeah. Wait, where's the other guys in the water? No, keep it! What?
After a close loss, I like to remember that everyone on the opposite team will eventually die alone.
I mean, I love that Drake says that. Man, he's a straight up villain. like, at least they'll all die alone, so it's fine. Like, if I go into King of the Hill, I'm gonna run into speed glitchers, I'm gonna run into lag switchers. That's what happens every fucking time. Like, I do like the DC, but it kind of sucks at, like, close range. It kind of stinks. Well, at least these guys aren't lag switching, I think. I think I recognize these people. They're probably normal. Yes, water is life, Cactus. You're correct.
Why me, God?
I've been villain every match except for the last one.
La Junior. Ya ahí sí te puedes, ya sabes, ¿no? Junior. 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 Junior to check.
There are fates worse than
Junior. Junior.
Voy a preguntar, pero como ahorita celeste a mí, al menos yo no la tengo, entonces voy a preguntar a quién se la dieron. A ellos, solo. Se la dieron al negro del WhatsApp. Hey, cheater, cheater. Cheater, cheater, hey. No, ayer un... Voy a preguntarle a la muchacha a ver si... ¿La negra o el fume que...?
I don't think he's accusing me of cheating, though. I think he's accusing his teammate.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
What the fuck? But the attitude in this long v room. Why did they say shut up now?
I'll get you help me immediately! Got here just in time.
Violence is always the answer. Like, I generally prefer King of the Hill. It's a much better mode. I hate TDM, but...
Come on, Tita. Come on, Tita.
We both
Tita.
got
Tita. 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 Come on, Tita. Come on.
You live in the United States, Ferd, and everything in your country is designed specifically to bleed you dry and let you die. Everything... Like, half the systems in the United States are designed specifically to scam you. Live, like... The land of the free when you have to work 3 jobs just to pay your fucking medical bills. The land of the free to die. End rant is only like 1 sentence.
enjoy your last breath.
What? I just ate that. You know I was streaming? I'm pretty sure I put it in every single one of my video descriptions.
I'm not interested in your excuse.
Die like a dog.
Están abajo, los tres. Una granadita al medio que rebote abajo, se van a la mierda. Bien, uno.
Yeah.
What to do?
Stupid motherfucker.
That's a P90? Okay, bro. I forgot that P90 is the most accurate gun in the game.
You better stay down. I know what I'm doing. Got you, pendejo. Nice. Took them down together.
This guy seems normal.
Shut up, fucking bitch.
I know now. Oh, I thought you came from the YouTube videos. Do you stream that? You can check. You can just rewind, I'm pretty sure.
Go, go, go. Go, bitch. Shit. Yeah, I'm getting
Come from Sesame Street. Oh, yeah.
Treated like this.
Maddie is paying slightly higher taxes across the board, and then all of that money went to making sure that you didn't get bled dry from insurance. Look at that. Actually being able to live on a one work salary and not 3 job salary. No, that would be communism. A better life standard. Like if communism means better life standard. I got killed by Para 9. Yeah, like you do understand that like every single multiplayer game has an anti-cheat system. You do understand, however, that there's a lot of people that cheat in video games too, right? Like an anti-cheat system doesn't mean that nobody can cheat, right? Like it's like if you have an antivirus, it's not 100% chance that you never get a virus. Like, you do understand that all multiplayer games have a fucking anti-cheat system. You do understand that there's a very big industry and a lot of money in the cheating industry, though. There's literally people that spend hours making sure that they can cheat in video games. So it's not like exactly like it's an easy consideration. It's literally a situation where, like, you're dealing with cops and robbers, right? Like, obviously, the cops always have to play catch-up with the robbers, right? Because they are people breaking the law are usually the ones that are in charge, the ones that make precedent for when the laws are actually applied and enforced. So the people that cheat, well, they usually end up fixing that problem at some point, but by the time they fix that, well, they found out another cheat already. It's not that they don't have an anti-cheat, it's the fact that they're circumventing the anti-cheat, because it's a complex thing. Like, any kind of, like, cybersecurity is very complex. None of it is easy.
Hey,
It's not myself.
Go, go. Eso es.
Literally all of our insurance is government based. I think I'm pretty sure the only like the reason we don't pay much at all for our insurance ever because of the fact that the government mostly takes care of it. Because insurance in Sweden is not a profiteering business. Insurance in Sweden is a actual insurance system. It's not supposed to make money from you. It's supposed to cover you in case something happens. So I'm pretty sure every single insurance company in Sweden is government funded in most of their ways. California auto insurance legalized. Yeah, I mean that's everything in the United States. It's not just that. And trying to increase my monthly. Exactly. I mean, the thing is that the problem with all insurance in the United States is that it exists to profit. It's not there for you. It's there for itself. Like, yes, there is obviously, like, there is a ridiculous sum of money that are being paid for certain things, but realistically, basically, like, the way my insurance works, like, I pay $10 a month for I pay $10 a month for health insurance, like 10 for basically for all my insurance that I have, like house insurance, life insurance, uh, medical insurance, cat insurance, like electronics insurance. So basically, I pay $10 each for all of these things, maybe a little bit more for some of them. And basically, anytime something happens to me, well, I'll be able to pretty much like get various benefits and various like what do you call it, like various financial benefits, or have to like what do you call it, like reductions in the amount of money I have to pay. Like if you don't have insurance, things are pretty expensive, but they're still affordable. Well, let's say for example, like what I had to pay for Sally when she had her like abscess because she got infected. Like I think I paid like what was it, like 6,000 for that, and my insurance, and I pay about like $15 a month for my insurance, like for, well, I mean that pay took off, what is it, 4,500. So I basically had to pay like 25% of the actual sum. And it's kind of the same thing if you are. It's kind of the same thing if you're in what call it, like what do you call it? Like yeah, for like yeah, dental insurance as well, right? Though dental insurance, I don't think goes up to like 75%, depending on what it is. Like it'll go up to like another percentage. But it's like you can't afford things without an insurance. The United States, you can't possibly afford it without an insurance. Like here, for example, like I went to the ER multiple times when I had oxygen deprivation and erysipelas, right? Like, and I basically paid like the most I ever paid was $30 for being at the ER for 3 days. With an antibiotic IV to get rid of the erysipelas, and I paid $30 for that. And that's even without insurance, right? Because you don't even need insurance for it because it's completely like paid by the government. In the United States, if you went to the ER without an insurance, well, that same procedure will probably cost you $30,000. And if you had insurance, well, it may cost you $10,000. But how much is the insurance costing you a month? $500? Like, it's a complete fucking scam. Like, the United States is not the nation designed for the people. It's a nation designed for millionaires, psychopaths, and criminals. Yeah, it's not $10 collective. Let's say it's about each. But realistically, I pay about $150. I pay about $200 a month for. Like, I pay my rent is $650 a month, and I pay about $250 for, or as I said, $250, $200 for my insurances. So basically, I pay less than $1,000. And also, you can also throw my electricity in there, and you can also throw my phone bill in there, and it all goes under $1,000 easily. And if I go to the ER, well, the government's gonna pay for it, and the insurance I have is gonna make sure that I don't go bankrupt from paying any of these bills. Like, I think the problem with a lot of Americans absolutely have no idea how a civilized country should actually work. Like, insurance is not there. It's not supposed to bleed the fucking people dry. The fact is, like, the Medicare fucking CEO that Luigi Mangione shot, how much fucking profit was he making yearly? He was like one of the richest people in America. Insurance companies shouldn't be rich. They are there to stand for the fucking people. They're not there to take money from the people. That's not their job. It's also the fact that in Sweden, like, you don't really have people that making absurd amounts of money. The disparity between salaries isn't as big as it is in the US. Like in Sweden, lower class would basically be like less than $1,000 a month. Middle class would be anything between fucking 2,000 to like 8,000. Upper class is anything above like 8,000-ish, generally. Like in the US, like lower class is making fucking $500 a month. Middle class is making anything between like 2,000 and 50,000. Upper class is making like $1 billion. Like, it's not comparable to a civilized country. Like, you see, your disparity is so much higher. Like, you need to tax the rich exponentially. You need to tax people higher across the board and have systems in place in case they cannot afford things to make sure that you have actually sustainable systems in your country. Things to prevent people from dying senselessly. Things to make sure that children have lunch in their schools, proper lunch. Make sure that kids have proper fucking school education. And yeah, you're gonna have Swedish people always complaining. You're gonna have Swedish people always fucking complaining about, oh, yeah, the healthcare's bad. Shut the fuck up. Sweden is an actual utopia compared to the rest of the fucking world. It's like when Swedish people complain about like the healthcare being worse or whatever, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I can tell you'd be a lot fucking worse if you lived in other parts of the world. How big is my apartment? It's 74 square meters, I think. Which is like, how much is that in feet? Like 200 square feet ish. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. 650 with utilities. I mean, it's everything. My rent includes like every price. The only thing that I pay separately is electricity, and that's only $40 a month. Like, I have $2,000 of expendable currency easily a month. After literally everything is taken care of. Like, if I was making $9,000 living here, well, yeah, you know, I would have $8,000 of expendable currency. Obviously, it depends where you live as well. Like, let's say I was living in the same apartment in Gothenburg or Stockholm, I'd probably pay 3 times more, but I would also probably be paid 3 times more. In the United States, you probably wouldn't. I mean, sure, I guess you probably would in a lot of locations, but not all of them. You still be at least more than, yeah, exactly. But look at it this way. Like, let's say in the United States right now, let's say you guys, I'm not sure how much you guys pay in insurance monthly, but I would assume it's probably $1,000 compared to me that pays 150 to $200 for it. And the thing is, like, yeah, sure. What is your actual? How much money does your company take from taxes? What is your tax percentage? Because, like, yeah, I think I'm being taxed like what is it, 17%, 18%, or whatever the fuck it is. Not much. Where's my team anyway? It's like 6% state. Yeah. So, but really, yeah. So let's see. Like, what about you, paper? How much do you pay in taxes already? I get a studio that needs renovation. I have a shitty landlord. Yeah, I mean, my landlord is literally like a fucking municipality landlord. I died in one shot here. We have a variety of taxes. Yeah, but what do you say yours would be? What would you say on average across the nation would be? Because we have the same, obviously, across the whole nation. Like, we'll have to actually like even it out. Because let's even out how much you actually make after taxes, how much tax you're paying, and how much you're paying for insurance, and what you're actually getting for it. But also you're gonna say the fact that the reason the rent is so low here because there's only 10 million people in Sweden. There's like fucking 307 in the US. So obviously a lot of things I'm saying is a little bit more complex and not always super easy when you have more people living in the nation. But generally, you also make a lot more money when you have more people living in the nation. The fuck? I was up here. It means that you pay the same amount of taxes in the whole nation. Sure, generally, if you make more money, you pay higher taxes. And if you make less money, you don't pay taxes at all. Like, when I played video games for money, I didn't pay taxes at all. No, not really. I mean, we have goods tax. Like, grocery tax. But that's not something we pay individually. Like, that's not something we pay, like, out of our monthly salary. It just means some things are a little bit more expensive, but it's not by much. Like I'm sure there are municipal like varies. It's like, yeah, I'm sure like local income tax does vary. Federal for me is 23% of income, yeah. Because the thing is, like, all of our taxes aren't added up either. Like, that's the thing. There's different ones. And we also have the tax return as well. And it's like I mean, I guess like the thing is like all taxation in Sweden is individual. Primarily including. And the thing is like, I mean, the thing is like, yeah, I'm sure. Like my tax is only 17.5% for some reason. So I mean, obviously it depends on where you are in the country and how much money you're making. But either way, like nationwide, you're gonna be paying anything between like what 15% and like 30% tax, basically. The higher, the more money you make, and the more taxes you'll pay. Don't you file your taxes like a postcard? No, I just filed them on the internet service. They already have all of my like annual like tax returns and all my everything I make in a year. But yeah, let's say average tax in the U.S. is anything between let's say if your federal tax is 20% of income, 22% of income, so you're being taxed more than I am. But like realistically, look how much you're being. Let's look at it this way. Let's say I make $3,000. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but let's say I make $10,000 a month, right? And I pay 20% taxes. Well, 8,000 left, right? And then let's say I'm in a different position. Let's say I pay $500 for electricity, insurance, phone bill, all of the actual important stuff, right? So, and then let's say I pay 1,500 for my rent. Let's like exponentially increase everything. So at that point, I'm paying 2,000. I'm being taxed for 2,000. I'm losing 2,000 for all my things, right? But then I have $6,000 or $6,000 for literally everything else that I could potentially have, right? It's completely free currency. It doesn't go anywhere. So I can do whatever I want with that money. But and if I do get injured, if I have to go to the ER, if I have a fucking sepsis or something, and I get treated for that, I have to pay $30, and I'm fine, right? Or let's say I have to check my lungs or whatever for my asthma, or get that updated. Like I go there, I pay $30 again. If I have to actually get medicine, I'll pay up to $250 every 6 months? No, every 9 months. I'll pay, and after that, it's essentially free. Right. So basically, I have to pay $250 a year for my medicine. And after that, it's basically free. It'll cost a little bit, but not much. So realistically, for a whole year, at that point, like let's say I need to make sure that I keep my dental things in check. Like, yeah, sure, that'll probably rise up to maybe 2,000, 3,000 for like a major procedure. And if I get insurance in that, yeah, it'll probably be 10,000 or 1,000. I mean, and the insurance that I'm paying is very small. It's on Uncharted TV. You calculate your tax as an individual. I mean, we get individually taxed as well, but it's. But either way, like as it works, like for example, let's say I have $6,000 of expendable currency, and all of these things are basically paid for, and a lot of them is essentially free, and make sure that I stay alive and I maintain to stay in a like actually healthy situation and have the ability to actually live my life, right? Like, that's great. Then I have a lot of spare time, a lot of things I can do. I don't have to actually work another job. I don't have to focus on other things because I know that the government has my back. And if I go unemployed, well, I get paid for 3 additional months. I have 3 more months to find another job. And if I do get fired, they still have to let me work for another 3 weeks plus the other 3 months. So effectively, you're being allowed payment for 4 months if you get fired, realistically, right? So, like, at that point, you're great. And the thing is, yeah, you can pay for union insurance as well, and they will actually make sure that the companies actually give this to you. Otherwise, they will be like, I'm not going to give you severance, whatever. They have to if you actually are insured by the union. They have to anyways, but the thing is, a lot of the government doesn't know if you're not reporting it, if the union isn't informed, right? So either way, so at the end of the day, I have $6,000 of expendable currency. Everything else, 20% went to taxes, and 20% went to all my insurance and my phone bill and my electricity bill and all that shit, right? In the United States, let's say your rent costs $3,000, and now you're paying $3,000 additional for insurance, right? So now you're making $4,000 out of and I make more than you. But also not to mention that if you do go to the fucking hospital or whatever, well, you're not going to be paying $30 a visit. I can tell you that much. You're going to be probably paying probably if you have a major thing, you maybe have fucking pay 20, 30,000. And let's say the insurance on that covers 50 or 40% of it. Like, yeah, you'll still pay a whole fucking lot more than I would in my entire life living in fucking Sweden. It's just like, realistically, would you rather pay, like, let's say, 10% more taxes, and it made sure that that children are safe in their schools, they get proper tuition, you can go to the ER, you can get the medicine that you need, you can get all these things that are actually necessary for human survival. I think the average person with a fucking brain in their head would always pay more taxes because it benefits the collective fucking population of the nation. That rhymes. But so if you're a person that's like opposed to increased taxes that would increase the life standard of people in the country, you're a fucking retard. Because you're paying more for the insurance than you would ever pay for the fucking taxes. Unfortunately, the United States is a country literally built up to exploit its population, so they will always fucking steal your money no matter what. So even if you were paying more taxes, well, now, if they were paying more taxes, they would go straight into the fucking pockets of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. It wouldn't go to the population. So even now, the country is so corrupt that even if you had more increased taxes, well, it wouldn't even fucking work. What are your thoughts on older Americans moving to European countries for the healthcare? Of course, they fucking should. You should never. Why would you ever live in the United States in 2026, bro? Starting to feel abusive, yes. For a war of choice. Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, your taxes are. Your taxes are going to like fucking Kash Patel to fucking fly across the nation, whatever he does. Your taxpayer money is going to bombing children. Your private taxpayer money is going straight into the pockets of pedophiles. There's probably a case that they didn't contribute to the tax throughout their life. Well, if you're a new citizen in the United States, in Sweden, I think you have to pay like 25% tax for like 6 months or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah. Deductibles too, and premiums, like you fucking fuckers have. Older Americans moving to European countries for the healthcare? Why would I care? It's good. Giving them the healthcare that they fucking deserve. They're elderly. They're people that would probably die living in the United States because they would have to work 3 jobs to actually fucking survive. Good. Move here. Because as I said, my philosophical beliefs are that every single human being in this world fucking deserves a proper life. And their life standard to be properly upheld by the government or the country or nation that you live in. And people to make decisions that benefit other people. If someone comes to my country and they need medical help, I'm not going to be like, oh, get out of my country, you stupid immigrant. No. I will say, yeah, good, come here. It's good. We can actually give you a fucking quality of life that is worth upholding. Who gives a flying fuck if someone emigrates here to actually be able to afford healthcare? Good. Because I'm not an American by heart, so I don't hate other people. I hate stupid people, sure, but I don't go out of my way to revel in the misery and pain of other people. It does not make me feel good that other people are miserable. What are you doing? What a few European Americans. Yeah, well, they still deserve to get proper quality of life. Even if I hate a person, I wouldn't wish them to lose any of these things. If they wish that other people lose this, well, fuck them. But as a baseline principle, everyone deserves it. I don't think that's that's not a I'm a humanitarian pragmatist. So literally everything that I want for people is things that are actually better for them. And this philosophy is very fucking consistent for me, which is why I will always side with the little guy and I will always side with the fucking consumer. I will never side with abusive people because of one very particular reason. And that because of my actual fucking values as a human being. Like, yeah, if you go around telling other people to kill themselves, but I think you probably don't really deserve good things happen to you yourself. But I think generally, if you have good things as a baseline principle, you should probably be fighting for other people to have them as well. It's like a deeply American like problem where people think that because they have good things that other people don't deserve them. For me, if I have good things, I think other people deserve to have good things as well. I don't think they deserve less. Because, you know, why? I'm not racist. I'm not misogynistic. I'm not fascist and authoritarian. Because no matter what, I will always stand with the individual human being. Yeah, man, Sweden would be genuinely a good place to live in. Like, it's just like American propaganda, like Fox News just tell you, oh, it's a communist hellscape. Like, no. Living in a European country would actually be paradise compared to a lot of fucking American states. Americans say, oh, it's been manipulated from birth to think that the United States is the best nation on earth. Like, yeah, maybe it's the best nation on earth if you if you actually take advantage of other people. Like, yeah, sure, the snow, I guess, but that's true. The Americans right now is literally Peter Thiel and the motherfuckers are literally looking at the fucking. They look at Terminator and they're like, "Oh, I want that." Like Elon Musk looked at Terminator and thought that the Terminator was a good guy. Peter Thiel was like, "Oh, I want to make Skynet." Pentagon is like, yeah, let's get Grok involved. Let's get fucking Palantir involved. Palantir. You know what the fucking Palantir is? It's a fucking evil ball from fucking Lord of the Rings that spied on people across the entire fucking continent. It manipulated them. It's literally a fucking surveillance tool by this villain. And they look at Lord of the Rings like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to be like Sauron. Oh, I have a fucking Palantir. And these are the people that are basically in charge of the United States right now. US is such a wealthy nation? No, you're not. The United States is not a wealthy nation at all. You basically borderline third world country in poverty. Your situation in the United States basically set up like fucking Africa. The people in the lower class are literally struggling to survive. The people that work in middle class have to work fucking 2-3 jobs just to pay their medical bills. Yeah, sure. The billionaires here, they have a lot of fucking money. You know why? Because they're taking it all from the rest of us. The United States is not a wealthy fucking nation at all. Yes, select few billionaires have a lot of fucking money. Doesn't mean you're wealthy. It means that they're wealthy. You need to be able to separate America as a whole, as a collective. Like, we're in a class war, and we will always be in a class war. I would never trade living in Europe with living in the United States of Israel. The United States of Israel, yeah. There's the call, yeah. But the thing is, if you come to Sweden, like, realistically, you're not going to have someone persecuting you and be like, oh, get out of the country. Like, yeah, there are obviously a lot of, like, supremacists and nationalists in Sweden. They're like, oh, we hate immigrants. But, like, sure, and they're a problem. And there is obviously a lot of, like, you know, like, there's a lot of issues with immigration. But the thing is, a lot of the issues with immigration are basically nothing when you consider how many people may be actually be immigrating. The vast majority of people immigrating into a country are good people. It's like, look at the United States, for example. And most of the people shooting up schools and mass shootings are white men, right? But there's people out there being like, oh, yeah, we're going to get rid of immigrants because they're all criminals. Like, no, they aren't. Statistically, white Republican men are more likely to be criminals in the United States than pretty much most everyone else. Especially when it comes to gun violence. Much more likely. Sure, you obviously have gang violence in the US, but that's usually very localized within the gang specifically, right? And that's also not the same thing, because most of those people are literally born in the United States anyways. Most of the gang violence in the United States isn't even fucking immigrants. It's literally people that were born and raised there. So it's like, most of the people doing it is not the immigrants. But let's say you put 1 million immigrants in the country, and then you have, like, you know, 100 hate crimes. Like, yeah, of course that's going to happen, because you're increasing the natural, like, actual average of population. You're increasing the population count. And no matter how many people you put in the country, it's always going to be some people that are bad. So it's like, that's a complete statistical expectancy, that you will see more crime when you see more people. Of course you will. It doesn't matter where they come from, realistically. But most people seem to be like, oh, we're going to be no immigrants because they're all criminals. Like, no, they're not. Like, there's no more criminals in the immigrations than there is of people that literally are born and raised in the country. It's the same fucking amount. It's just there's more people. You may see an uptick in certain violence when a different culture or a lot of people immigrate to your country. Of course you would, because there's going to be people that increase the crime because you're increasing the population within a short period of time. And there are issues with a lot of different cultures, you know, Catholics, Jews, Muslims. Like, there's a lot of religious issues and a lot of cultural crashes that happen when you immigrate and emigrate to countries. Of course there will be. But I don't think that they deserve less just because they come from a different place. They still all deserve proper health care. They still actually deserve quality life. Every single person on this planet should have clean clothes, clean water, food on the table, roof over their head. Every single person deserves that. I don't care how shitty you are or how good you are. If you're a person going out of your way to ruin this and destroy other people's ability to have this, well, fuck you. You're a terrible person. I'm going to hate you. That's it. But I still think that you deserve it as a baseline principle. So it's like, yeah, if you live in Europe, like, moving to the United States would just never be something you even consider. But for a lot of you Americans, they don't consider moving to Europe either, but not based on reality, just based on the fucking propaganda you hear from the conservative news channels telling you that it's communist hellscape. Like, nobody that's actually traveled to Europe from the United States is going to say the same thing that Fox News says, right? Never. Like, literally, when fucking Tucker Carlson went to fucking Russia, he kept talking about how fucking good it was over there. And Russia's dog shit compared to fucking Europe. So it's like... Exactly, like, new cultures, like, diversity is a way to understand and develop empathy for other fucking people. And there's people out there be like, oh, I hate diversity. Oh, I hate... Like, what is wrong with you? Like what? Why would you be against diversity? It literally makes you a smarter person, being, like, actually experiencing other people's perspectives, cultures, and lifestyles. It all comes from the fact that there's a lot of people in this world that are very afraid of everything. They're very selfish. They're very conservative. So whenever something actually contests their way of life, even for the better, they just hate it. They're just against it. They're like, oh, get rid of all the immigrants who are taking my job. It's like, even though they aren't, even though they're not actually a problem whatsoever, there's going to be a lot of ingrained racism in a very nationalistic society. Always will be, because people fucking suck. It's not because based on actual reality. But yes, of course, if you're a woman and then you see a lot of Muslims, you know, immigrating into the country, well, for a lot of women, they will feel less safe, and very warrantedly so. I'm not saying that all immigration comes with perfectly good values, of course. But the thing is, if you actually treat each other with respect and care and try to make each other's lives better, well, at least you can actually come to an actual positive progression. If you start fighting each other and calling each other slurs and attacking each other and raping each other, well, then you're probably not going to integrate properly. But the responsibility lies on both parts. It doesn't just lie on one or the other. You could say that, yeah, the immigrants need to adopt our culture. And yeah, sure, but we kind of need to adopt their culture too, because the fact is that we're actually, like, merging with other people, because at the end of the day, humanity is a social species. We need to interact and support and help each other. Otherwise, we all fucking die. Because, like, yeah, I can have these philosophies. There are more complex issues, of course. I am very critical of religion. I'm very critical of the nationalistic supremacist views. I will always be. But my baseline principle as a humanitarian pragmatist always stands. So I don't stand on the left or the right spectrum. I will always gravitate to the spectrum that is better for people, which is always going to be left-leaning ideals, such as liberalism, socialism. Those are always going to be better for people. They are literally built upon... It's in the fucking name. Socialism and liberalism are obviously better for the people because they're focusing on the people, either by personal autonomy, expression, better healthcare. Like, all these things are designed for the people. Conservatism is not designed for the people. It's designed to maintain the status quo or oppose change. It's not there to make life better for anyone. It's there to make sure that the position that you're in currently stays the way it is. And progress is good. Learning is good. You shouldn't be against that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not talking about assimilation. Like, integration is not the same thing as, like, just taking it over. Some cultures are simply incompatible. Yeah, I mean, I could argue that as well. Like, there are real concerns. It's more of a complex issue. A lot of it stems from religion, of course. Religion is basically Ouroboros at this point. Yeah, I mean, it would never be a complete conversion because that would be fascism. Yeah, exactly. The United States was built by immigrants. Like the entire, like look at the United States. You got fucking San Francisco, you got Baton Rouge, you got fucking New York. All of these things are literally fucking colonies from Europeans. The United States is built by European settlers. You're literally an immigrationally built country. So the fact that a lot of Americans believe that they are superior to Europeans and other people, because but you it makes no sense. You're literally built upon diversity. You're built upon immigration. Why the fuck are you like this? Oh, wait, it's because you have fuckers like fucking Fox News and Murdoch Media that's poisoning the minds of the average American for fucking decades. You just be against everyone else but yourself, despite the fact that you stem from them. It's so insane to me. Like, the United States is simultaneously the most diverse country on Earth, but at the same time, the most racist country on Earth. Like, I guess there's a deeper meaning there. A smarter person than me could probably talk about it, like why that happens. You know, it's like it's like an Ouroboros. Like eventually everything eats itself, right? Like too much of one thing will always end up being bad in some way or another. That's why you always need to find a good balance. You know, you can't have too much of one or the other because then it will go around and eat itself. America's not even exist on an ethnic. Yeah, I mean, ethnic plan. I don't know what that means. But it's like, at the end of the day, we're all people, right? So it doesn't matter if you have a different skin color, if you're shorter, if you're taller, if you're fatter, if you're thinner. It doesn't matter. All of these things, we're still human at the end of the day, right? There's literally no discussion here to be had. We're all humans. We should realistically all be in the same place. The people, however, that want to oppress us and destroy us and kill us, those are the people that we're against. The billionaires and the upper class that benefit from our misery, take our money, destroy us, create wars, make us fight each other, those are the bad people. It's never about us fighting on the same level. It's about us fighting the people that are above us. It's about fighting the people that are stepping on us at every fucking turn. It's not about fighting each other on the fucking middle ground. Like, if you don't band together and push back upon the fucking feet stomping on us, well, we'll all get crushed individually. That's why class consciousness is so important, because you need to stick together. That's why it's important. If, for example, your colleagues at your workplace, you know you're all in the same position. Why would you fight each other? Why would you try to one-up each other, throw each other in front of the bus? You're on the same place. You want to make sure that you become better, right? Like, strikes for companies happens when the actual culture understands that their class consciousness. They understand they have a tightly knit company culture within themselves. This is why American companies don't want unions to be formed. They want to make sure that they bust unions and prevent people from talking with each other, to just make sure that they don't actually, unite. Like, this is a big problem. Like, as long as they keep us fighting each other, we'll never fight up us. You'll never fight the people above us, right? But the billionaires, as I said, they own everything. They own social media, they own entertainment, they own pretty much everything. They can control our minds by propaganda, controlling the narrative, controlling the information that we see. So it's easier to make us fight each other when you're literally in control of everything that we see and interact with. And I think the only way through this is education, make people smarter, make them have higher empathy, perspective, understanding of things. Actually push the truth, facts, and logic, and not conspiracies and propaganda and divisive bullshit. There is a complex reality to everything in this world, of course. It's not always like black and white or right and wrong, but there are things that are, and those are the ones that we need to make sure that we stay with each other about. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Like the United States, the Americans are literally the most mixed diversity on the planet, but they're also simultaneously the most racist, nationalistic people. And that's all because of the fact that they've been manipulated by shit like Fox News for literally fucking decades. And look at what happened after World War II. When the Nazis lost World War II, you raised the Berlin Wall and made sure that it was literally impossible for anyone to even encourage or even discuss fucking Nazi ideology and all that bullshit, right? You stamped that shit out of those people. German people today are not proud of their lineage. A lot of Americans that fought the Civil War, even the Southern that lost the Civil War, a lot of them are still super fucking racist to this day. It was never stamped out. They never like actually got punished for the things that they did. Sure, a lot of them were, but not a lot of them, Allow me to give truth to one conspiracy. I swear to God, if you start talking about the Jews, supposed to be an insanely racist country. Well, I mean, Japan is also like a very like they're a very specific culture. They're very on their own. Like, I mean, that's the thing with like, I mean, China's a fucking dictatorship. Of course, they're gonna be like that. Russia as well. They have a very set way of life. It's always the Jews, bro. Shut up. Like I knew you were gonna say something about the fucking Jews, but I think you're joking, so it's fine. Like, I swear to God, man. All right, well. Either way, good talk, good podcast. I didn't get any actual private games or anything good today. I might be on later in a couple hours if people are actually fucking playing the game, but right now I don't care. We'll see. He's joking. He's not actually talking about the Jews. But like, I know there's people out there, like people like Elon Musk, that will just blame the grace replacement theory, which is literally insanity. It's literally a fucking Nazi theory. Like, shut up. It's like, there are no Jewish globalist movement that's trying to take over the world. I can tell you that much, okay? Israel is one very particular fucking cabal of psychopaths that are murdering people all over the world. But Israel is not the CEO of Jews. They don't represent all the Jews. They don't represent the religion. Netanyahu is a person in that position because A, he's a dictator, he's a narcissist, he's a psychopath, and apparently that was enough. And yes, Israel has a lot of issues, but the thing is, I can tell you right now, the vast majority of Jews you will ever meet are not going to be the Israeli Jews. The Zionists are not the average Jew, okay? So I'm not going to entertain any like racism towards Jews about it. But yeah, either way, for the Kappa. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I may be on in a couple hours for like ranked or private games if we see them. Yeah. It's like there's a discussion to be had about that as well, but it's like yes, like I wouldn't say that ISIS, I would not, like ISIS obviously does not represent the entirety of Islam, just like the Zionists don't represent everything of Judaism, just like the evangelicals don't represent everything of Christianity. There's a little bit more depth and understanding of these things, of course. Like, it's not really necessarily always super simple, but realistically, we all understand that not every single religion, like religion itself is a problem, sure, but as I said, religion is an Ouroboros. It eventually eats itself at some point or another. Religion is kind of like its own worst enemy. So it's like an infinite like looping conflict between all religion. But like the extremists within religion are usually the people that they get the most attention, but they're not representing everyone, right? Yeah, they're funding every single party and dragging us into war. I mean, Israel, as I said, that's not the Jews, is it? It's just Israel specifically. It's Netanyahu and the fucking Mossad. It's not. These are Zionists, okay? They're extremists, but they're not doing it in the name of religion, are they? You don't see the Jews going around talking about a holy war or talking about the rapture, do you? The Zionists are just a bunch of fucking psychopaths. That is bloodthirsty maniacs, just like ISIS is or Boko Haram is. Like, evangelicals aren't necessarily like murderous, bloodthirsty psychopaths, but they tend to be very close in line with, a lot of pedophile rings. Talk to them like they're yeah, well. Go to game Uncharted 4, I agree. Okay. And like look at every single time in history, bro. Do you really think that is a deeper thing than that? Than yes, it's a few bloodthirsty psychopaths. Look at Genghis Khan. Look at Hitler. Look at Mussolini. They're all individual people, right? People like Trump. People like they're all individual people. Do you really think that the Jews have people that are like 5,000 years old that have just been cultivating this for the entire time? The Zionists and the extremist Jews are not people. It doesn't matter how fucking old they are. That has absolutely no bearing on the discussion whatsoever. Not to mention, too, that the Jews have been slaves throughout a lot of time in fucking history. Are you saying that they're to blame for that, too? We're talking about Zionists. Yeah, but Zionists are by not a large amount. They're not a large amount of the Jewish population. Like, the thing is, people don't live that long. People only live for, like, maybe, at best, 100 years, right? It's not exactly like people as they've been cultivating this through generations, have they? Because the people currently ruining the fucking planet, yeah, they're part of a country that's 250 years old. I wouldn't say that they aren't actually the bad guys because you got these guys that are older. Like, that makes no sense. Like, come on, man. Like, the age of these doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, the Americans of Israel are 370 years old. Well, America's like 250. Well, it's only 250, like yesterday, wasn't it? I mean, I'm gonna go off anyways. You can explain in the comment afterwards, but I'll see you guys next stream. Like, I think I'm getting you right. I think the thing is, I'm ranting about something else. I'm not attacking you. But yeah, I'll see you guys next stream. Bye. Just don't blame, the religion. Blame the people that are the extremist sub-branch. Oh yeah, never mind it. Yeah, it's coming up on July 4th. It's your Independence Day, my bad. Bye.